so, so excited and so honored to be here with you today. Welcome to the Social Media Plan, my way to grow your business, my business, in 2 hours a day. This is going to be groundbreaking. This is going to make you feel annoyed, possibly, with all the things that you've been taught, with all the strategies, the complicated approaches, the funnels, the things that we so often, hey Kimberly, oh my gosh, you're live already. You're bang on the button. Great timing. Hello, hello. I'm so excited to bring this to you because, and I'm actually so proud to be here today. I'm almost getting a bit emotional because December this year, I'm celebrating 5 years of my company, Breaking Free Lifestyle. 5 years. I would have never believed where this journey has taken me. And I would have never believed the freedom that I have created, the impact that I've created, the money that I've made in my business. It's been a huge journey. And I invite you, thank you so much, I invite you to be open throughout this masterclass, to open yourself up to the possibilities of what is available to you. For the first 2 years in my business, I was operating from the fear of, what if I don't want to do this anymore in a year from now? What if this isn't right for me? What if I'm committing to someone, to clients, to a project, to an online presence that won't suit me anymore in a year from now? And for the first 2 years in my business, I was keeping myself very, very small out of fear that this wasn't the right thing. And now we're here 5 years later. And I'm so grateful for this journey. And I'm so grateful that I stood for what I've always believed in, to make things easy and fun and simple. I'm not going to teach you a million things today. I am not going to give you a million angles and make business look complicated so that you buy from me, so that you are put in a position of where you think, oh my gosh, I don't understand that, this is so much. I better sign up with her so I'm getting this right. There is nothing that you can get wrong or right here. There's only your way. And the fact that you're here right now, the fact that you've joined this masterclass, see this as a sign that you are meant to be here, that your heart and your soul are calling for you to step up, are calling you forward to lead and make an impact and make money while you're at it. But also trust that it was never a requirement for you to burn yourself out, for you to sacrifice your inner peace or your happiness, and definitely not for you to sacrifice your relationships in order to run a business that helps other people. You can have the freedom and run a successful business. You can have your cake and eat it too. End of story. If you're here with me right now, let me know. If you're watching live, let me know where you're from. I know a lot of people have signed up. Some of you are watching the replay. If you have made it to the replay right now, let me know. And I will have a look on my phone. Who else is watching? Okay. My phone tells me there are 6 people. Brilliant. Catherine, I can see you here. Who else is watching? Francis. Hi, Francis. Wonderful to see you. And hopefully I can tag. I can't tag. Hi, Dawn. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Can you hear me okay? Are you saying it's hard to hear? Can you all hear me okay? Can you please pop in the comments? Luana. Oh, Luana. I remember your name. Yes, because I send you an email and I misspelled your name when I send you the money activation. And I saw my mistake afterwards. So sorry about that, but I remember your name popping up. Welcome, everyone. How to grow your business. You can hear me. Brilliant. I'm so happy. This makes me so happy. So happy. Oh my gosh. What are we going to do today? There's so much to go through. So much to go through. What I want to share with you today, I'm almost going to say it's groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking because it makes things simple. I'm not overcomplicating stuff. I am not overcomplicating stuff to sell you something so that you can understand how to run social media. Everything I sell in my business is designed to simplify things and simplify business and to make it fun and easy. Everything I do is designed to do that. I am not sharing things so that you're confused and you see me as an anchor. I have to save you from this confusion. I want you to connect to yourself so that you can see yourself as leader. You can step into the creator you. That's what I want. What I'm teaching you today and sharing with you today is the express way to sales online. I've been in business for over 4 years, had my company almost 5 years. I've coached over 60 business owners. And what I'm teaching you today is the simplest of the simplest of the simplest way to do business so that it nourishes your soul. And when we do that, when we allow ourselves to make it easy and fun and feel nurtured by what we do, feel energized while we're working, then we can serve our people from an overflowing cup. And that is something I believe in so strongly. I believe in connecting our soul to our business so that it lights up ourselves, lights up our clients, and lights up the world. That really is my mission. So, back 2 years ago, I was in the place of making business very, very complicated for myself. 2 years ago, business was complicated for me. Business was a place where I would tick off to-do list. I had 3 whiteboards in my office with metrics, with KPIs, with goals, with affirmations, you name it. 3 whiteboards, chock-a-block with stuff. I was drowning in to-do lists and paperwork and meetings and trying to structure my day and trying to get everything done. And it was so hard. I was trying all the things. I was doing several courses. I had information overload. Like I was constantly DMing people. I was constantly engaging in groups. I was doing so much stuff. I was doing. And then the magical thing happened. Late November, early December, late November. It was my mum's birthday when the father of my son and I broke up 2 years ago. It was my mum's birthday, 30th of November when he moved out. During that process, that month of November 2021, I was not in a space to carry on with to-do lists and whiteboards and all the things. I was emotionally in a place where I needed to look after myself to be able to look after my son. I had no other choice. My own standards and being a mom are extremely high. I want to have a beautiful relationship with my son. I want to be present with him. And I don't want to keep him busy somewhere in the corner so I can tick off my to-do list. That was not what I aspired to be with being a mom. That was not my goal. And so being a present mom was more important to me than running my business. So I simply didn't have time to be busy with whiteboards and to-do lists and posting in groups and engaging and commenting and DMing people. I just did not have the time. My business had to shrink right back into a space where it would serve me as a mum, serve me as a business owner, serve me as a person. So the 2-hour business really was born out of necessity and out of my values and standards that I held for myself as a person and as a mother. I know that all of you are busy. Some of you have children, some of you are traveling, some of you have jobs they're transitioning from. You lead busy, rich, full lives. And you're meant to. You're meant to lead busy, rich, full lives in the best of ways. But your business, in my perspective, should not be taking over the thing that you love the most. The taking care of the people you love the most. Being with the people you enjoy being around. Doing the thing that you're meant to do. The travel, the work, the family, the connection. So, I'm going to show you today how to easily run a business on 2 hours a day. That doesn't mean you will never spend more hours in your business. But what it means is that when you have commitments, when you want to go out for lunch with your friend, like for me, Friday afternoons, I'm taking Friday afternoons off. Usually 12 o'clock is the week done for me. And I go out with my man, we go for lunch, we go for walks, we have date night, right? I want you to be able to do these things without thinking about your business, without stressing in the back of your mind, oh my gosh, I haven't finished that to-do list, I haven't written that post, I haven't reached out to that person, so that you're not even fully enjoying the present moment. I want you to be able to run your business in 2 hours where you can leave your office and feel absolutely calm that you've done everything you need to do to connect with people and to lead people into sales, to work with you and experience your magic. That is what I want you to do. I want you also to fall in love with your business and get obsessed with what you do so that you want to spend more time in your business. Absolutely. I spent hours, days in my business where I spend 12-hour days. Absolutely, I do that. Not every week, but it does happen. When I create a course, when I put together an event like the social media plan today, I spend lots of time in my office, but I do that out of love and excitement and joy. I don't do that because I think I better be here, otherwise nothing's going to come of it, right? This is not the energy we want to run a business from. And when I need a break, when I'm tired, when I'm on my cycle and I need 2 or 3 days where I just want to rest, I'm not creative, I'm not interested in moving, I'm not interested in doing anything, then I can allow myself to take that time to myself. And when I pick up my son from daycare, I know I will be balanced and I will be present with him. This is the purpose of running a social media business in 2 hours a day. That means some days you will spend 4 or 5 hours. This is my average day at the moment, is 4 to 5 hours. But on days where I've got something on, where I energetically don't feel up to working all day, I can run my business in 2 hours a day. So what are we doing today? We are going to simplify business strategy. How do we do that? We connect you, and I'm very, very proud to share that with you. Very excited. We connect you to hot leads. And I don't like the word leads, but to people who are already warmed up, who have already put up their hand for your offer before you have even connected with them. What? This is crazy, Christine. How is that possible? I will tell you. Fasten your seatbelts. Secondly, I'm going to tell you what needs to be included in your profile to make connections immediately. I don't want you to DM people for 6 months. I don't want you to set yourself reminders, follow-up reminders. You don't need to do that. You don't need to keep your brain busy for the sake of keeping your brain busy. When a person connects with you and they see your profile and they see what you do, I know how to make them immediately feel connected with you, immediately feel like, oh, I can see myself working with this person. I can see myself connecting with this person, right? The next thing we're going to do is talk about powerful content. The type of content that you really need to post to sell online. What I see a lot of people do in the space is share content that inspires. And then they build followers, and then they talk to lots of people, but no one buys. Having lots of followers and lots of fans on your social media profile means nothing if these people are not taking action to buy from you. How to make them take action and actually buy from you is what we are covering in our content. And other than that, in addition to that, how to keep your content actually relevant to the wants and needs of your people. So, as I said, as a mom, I like to keep things simple and to the point. So I'm going to give you a couple of things in this workshop that you can implement immediately. I won't lay out a million different strategies because it's just going to confuse you and overwhelm you. What I'm sharing here is what I'm doing and what has worked for me in a practical way. Be open. I invite you to let yourself inspired by how straightforward running a social media business can be. Then, once you've taken it in, tweak what I teach for yourself. The most important thing is have fun with us. If you have any comments, hi Sarah, lovely to see you. If you have comments, just put them in the comment section. If you have questions, let me know and I will answer them for you. So there's only three things that you really need to focus on in your business. What makes a business be a business? What makes a business a business? Serving people and selling your offers. Okay, simple as that. How do we do that? 3 C's. We build connection, we spark conversation, and we lead them to conversion. Connection is about how to get people into your world and get to know what you do, why you do that, and what it is that makes you special. Why should they should choose you over anybody else? The second piece is conversation. Creating content that they relate to, that they feel you're speaking directly to them, not at them. And most importantly, activating your people to move. And I see a lot of people in the online world missing this most critical step. This is the most critical step because social media was not designed for people to move. Social media was designed for people to consume. So you've got to, as a business owner, you've got a big hurdle to overcome to make people take action, which the social media platforms are not designed for. Social media is designed to be consumed, not to be interacted with, engaged with, and definitely not to buy. This is how we learned to use social media from when it first started. So as a business owner, you need to know not just how to inspire your people, but how to move people into action. So that leads us to the third piece of conversion. People need to see the value of your offer immediately. You need to have a clear outcome. You need to be grounded in your offer and the value and speak to your people in a way that they know immediately what it is and why it is relevant for them and why they need to take action. So the taking action piece you can cover in your content, but your outcome and what it does for people and being confident about selling it is something that you need to have in place beforehand. If you want some help with it, the cash chapter is starting next month. Feel free to message me about that. So let's dive into the strategy. When I broke up with the father of my son, I knew I would not be able to live up to my own standard as a mom if I carried on in my business the way I had been doing for months. Spending every free moment in my office, and my ex-partner was the same. He's a workaholic, right? So I kind of got into that energy with him. But at the same time, Noah went to daycare at that point 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. I think we transitioned into 3 days. So I didn't have time to actually do anything in my business. I had 2 days a week, shortly after we separated, 3 days a week to do stuff. And I noticed that I constantly felt guilty for not doing more in my business. I constantly felt on edge because I didn't have the time to do things. I never ticked off the to-do list. I never responded to all the messenger conversations. I never got around to posting in all the groups. I never got to do all the things. So I was constantly in a place of chasing. Until I was a solo mom. And it got to a point where Noah had his dinner and he was not interested in having dinner and he was throwing things around, and I yelled at him. And I had enough. And I removed myself, left the room, and went inwards and looked inwards. And I realized this is not the mom I want to be. I am stressed. I'm on edge here. I'm a solo mom. I need to take care of myself so that I can be present, that I can be a leader in this connection with my child, that I can give him direction and guidance from a place of love and not from a place of being totally stressed out. So I had to reduce my hours to be present with my child. So in business, hi Christina, lovely to see you. In business, the first thing we want to focus on is connection. Where do the people come from who come into your world? Where are those people coming from? All right? The easiest way, without spending the best years of your life commenting in groups, is join groups who on first glance have nothing to do with your niche. What? Christine? Doesn't make sense. Let's say you're a weight loss coach. If you are now joining weight loss groups to get leads for your business, chances are everything you post there, everything you comment, people are already expecting to be pitched in those groups. So their internal walls are up. They're already saying no in their heads to whatever you're saying. If you're trying to position yourself as an expert, as a weight loss expert in a weight loss group, people A, are already being nurtured by the person who created and runs this group, who's most definitely a weight loss coach themselves. Or if you're talking about your business, they're like, whoa, another weight loss business, another weight loss coach. Like immediately their walls are going up and they're resistant to you selling anything. So what you're doing is actually setting yourself up for rejection. What I like to do is join groups that on first glance have nothing to do with my niche. For example, you're a weight loss coach and you're a mum yourself, obviously. You're a weight loss coach, you're a mum yourself, join mums groups. Talk about what you do. Talk about all the things. Join groups. And actually, let's do that in a moment. If you want to put into the chat what you do, let's brainstorm some groups, because I want this to be a workshop vibe. I want you to connect in this workshop, and I also want you to brainstorm. I want you to be active in this masterclass. This is not just the taking in information, being passive. I want you to think. I want you to have your pen and paper with you and to actually get things written down that you can implement immediately when we finish. All right? So feel free to pop in the comments and I'll come back to you when we have a little brainstorm. I'll help each other out in the comments as well. So if you're a weight loss coach, join mums groups. If you are a relationship coach, maybe join business groups, right? Where people don't have their walls up, where people are open to hearing something different, where people are open to having a conversation. Oh, so You know, what was your day like? Oh, I was just worked in my business, helped my client with an issue in their relationship, and they're super happy now. And then I took my little daughter out and went for a walk. Oh, hang on, what do you do? Relationships. Oh, that's interesting. People are not expecting to be pitched. People are not expecting you to sell something. So you can generally have conversations where you weave in your business. Keep your business hat on, your business lens. Weave into the conversation what you do and how it helps people. It's not enough to say, I'm a business coach, but I only work 3 hours a day and so I can go out with my son. It's like, no, actually, I've had a really impactful session this morning with a client of mine where I helped them to refine their content so they can speak directly to their audience without having to warm them up forever. Toothpaste. Oh, Kimberly. Yes, I know. You are in the network marketing space and you've got your product is toothpaste. The obvious for you, and I know you in your business, the obvious for you is dental groups, beauty groups, and all that kind of stuff. Mums groups. Why not mums groups? You're not a mum. Okay. Let me think about this. Health and wellness groups. There are a lot of doTERRA groups that I know. They're health and wellness groups. So people for you would already be open to health and wellness, and people are already open to network marketing. Maybe other network marketing groups that are not just for these people. So I'm thinking health and wellness. I'm thinking dental hygiene groups, you're in them. I'm thinking bull terrier groups. I love that, Kimberly. You're the best example for that. You have such high engagement on your posts simply by posting about your cute puppy and the adventures that you're going on together. Right? It's a great marketing tool. Bull terrier groups. Anywhere where the person shopping is usually the woman, right? So anywhere where a woman would connect to other women in that sense. Women with families is usually the best thing for you. But I see your business beyond that. That's why I wouldn't just put your business into the toothpaste category. I see your business far beyond that. So when you talk about what is it that you're doing, you're selling wellness, you're selling beauty. Business groups are probably good for beauty products, to be honest, because it's very important to people what they look like. Where is it important to people how they feel about their skin, how they feel about their health, how they feel about their appearance? Business groups, even fitness groups, because you're a fitness freak yourself, aren't you? I love that. Yeah, fitness groups I would go into. Yeah, exactly. You've got the skincare. Francis, time creation, online affiliate marketing. Mums, absolutely, of course. Specifically, groups about children, Francis, is what I would go into. I wouldn't go into mum's group, but where it's about talking about children, talking about, I know you've just hired a sleep consultant, which was a super empowered choice. Mum's groups where we talk about what's up with my child. Can we give each other a bit of support? That's where you could advertise health and or talk about, not advertise, but talk about health and water and time management. Oh my God, I know there's never enough time. I've been working on that lately and have come up with some great ideas. If you want me to share them, let me know, right? Time creation might be your angle to go into online affiliate marketing. Definitely mums groups. If you have a specific topic with mums, if you have an experience with your children, maybe even a sleep support group, something that you can directly relate to that can then lead to something else. Catherine, music director, tutor, performer. Teachers groups, that is the obvious. music director. So what are you selling, Catherine, would be the thing. You would be selling an online course to teachers. So teacher group would probably be good for you. Because yours is very specific. Your niche is very specific, Catherine. So I would probably stick with teachers group in your case. Luana, educate women how to shift beyond trauma patterns and triggers that keep them going in circles to break through to living their authentic self as empowered soul when trauma and triggers no longer define them and how they engage with life. Beautiful. I love that. This is such important work. This is amazing. Luana, I'm just seeing Francis comment. Yoga, face yoga, spirituality, breath work, embracing aging. Yoga groups, Luana, for you would be good too. Yeah, yoga groups where people are already having an interest to coming back to themselves. The physical connection is often the first thing that we establish when we've experienced emotional stress in our life. It's the first thing we want to experience ourselves. Even weight loss support groups, weight and emotional trauma or emotional triggers have so much to do with each other. So weight loss groups, Luana, yoga groups, relaxation techniques, absolutely. Yeah, these people are already interested in that. I'm feeling very strongly weight loss groups for you. Yeah. Brilliant. All right. Great. Take some notes, have a play around with it, something you can have a look at later. So that's the first thing I would do. Join conversations where people are not expecting to be pitched by you. And then every single space that you enter from today, line in the sand moment, every single space is an opportunity for you to showcase your business, is an opportunity for you to share your expertise. So in this group, in the Visionary Woman group that you're part of, that's why you're here, you have the opportunity to introduce yourself, introduce what you do, and I allow in the introduction post only one link of where we can find you, where we can connect with you, where we can see your services. Take advantage of that. And before you post, really tune in. Is this what I'm saying here showcasing my business in the best possible light? When people read this, are they connected to me? When people read this, do I come across as a person they could trust to buy from them? Don't let this opportunity go past. You never know who is right around you right now in these comments. Hi Seneca, lovely to see you. You don't know who is here right now on this masterclass with you, who needs what you have to say, who needs to hear what you have to say, who needs to experience your work. So while I encourage you to ask questions and get support, word everything you say through the lens of, I am already an expert. I am more than capable of selling my offer right now, and I deserve to get paid for what I do. Ground yourself in that, and then post and respond from that place. If you are in the place right now where your businesses are struggling and it's not straightforward, stop telling everyone. Talk to your coach about this. Seek guidance and support in groups. But don't spill out everything that you're questioning right now. Every single business owner I've ever met and come across has questions themselves in their business. For the first 2 years, I was questioning myself in my business, whether I should even have this business. But if you tell people that you're questioning yourself in your business right now, why would they be working with you? That is something for you to figure out with yourself, with a friend, with a coach, in a mastermind, in a place where you can actually be held. Your audience is meant to buy from you, not to hold you in what you're going through right now. This is why being a business owner is such a big journey. You learn to hold yourself, and that in itself is the biggest transformation you could ever go through. Excuse me. Use every space you're part of online as an opportunity to showcase your business. Have you joined a group about building your email list? Tell people what you do. Hello, nice to meet you, everyone. This is my business. I look forward to learn how to grow my email list, right? In the places where you wouldn't expect it, and connect with people there. I've got clients repeatedly from self-development groups, but I didn't even mention my business. I've got clients repeatedly talking about, what do you do to relax? What? That's how I connected way back to a yoga teacher and helped her grow her business from charging 25 pounds an hour to creating 4-figure offers as a yoga teacher through asking people what they do to relax. So we started having a conversation. We had a DM conversation. I asked her, what do you do? I want to really get this yoga business off the ground. Okay, do you want me to help you with that? Okay, let's have a talk. These days, self-development groups, you have to be very intentional with what you join. A lot of the big self-development groups are now overrun by coaches trying to sell stuff. So again, walls are up. People are not interested in being pitched all day long. So I would look at self-development groups very critically. Rather go into, what interests are you having anyway in your personal life? Connect there. Share what you do there. Use the places you're already in. Here's a hack that is so good. That is so good. That is so juicy. I'm so excited to share this with you. One hack: how to fill your audience with people who are interested in your offer before you even meet them, before you've even spoken to them. This is my little secret squirrel hack. So brace yourselves. How to connect with people who are already hot leads without you ever having talked to them. Here's the thing. Whatever you do, you are probably connected with people with very successful people who do the same or very similar thing. If you're a weight loss coach, you probably follow successful weight loss coaches for inspiration, for creative guidance, for personal interest, right? Now here's the hack. When this weight loss coach on their social media platform posts a freebie, whether that's Facebook or Instagram, by the way, posts about a freebie, right? These people already have 20, 40, 100,000 followers, and they post, who wants my new plan to lose 5 kilos in 30 days? And people are, yes, me, here, please, yes, thank you. All of those people are interested in weight loss, in having someone help them with weight loss. Hello? All you need to do is add those people and let them make a choice who they want to work with. This is a hack, honestly, that's so freaking genius that you can fill your Facebook audience with hot leads who are already interested and already have taken action towards the thing that they want. And that is the difference between filling your audience with inspired people and people who are willing to do something about the thing. They have already raised their hand. They have already engaged on Facebook or Instagram to do something about their problem. Leverage that. Add them. Right? If this feels icky to you and you feel a bit sneaky doing that, just remember, this other coach, this other mentor, this other business owner already has 30,000 followers. They've already been nurturing their audience. You're not stealing anything from anyone. There are millions of health and fitness coaches out there. How do we decide to work with a particular health and fitness coach? We connect to them. We have a feeling for their energy. And so if you had to decide between 10 different health and fitness coaches, I can guarantee you it wouldn't be hard for you to make a choice based on their branding, based on their marketing, based on how they come across, based on their energy, based on the lifestyle that they're sharing, and we're going into that a little bit later. But you're not taking anything from anyone. in the online space. Everything is there in abundance. So if you come across a post where people have already raised their hands, hello, add them to your network. Add them in, add them in. It gets to be that easy. It gets to be that simple. So if you're not following successful coaches in your niche, do that right now. For content inspiration, for feeling energized, but also if they offer something and people raise their hand, you have got a list of hot leads right in front of you. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah. Brenda. Oh, hey, Brenda. Great to see you. Great hack. It is so good and it's so easy and it cuts your time so short rather than looking at friend suggestions and then, oh, are they a business owner? Are they interested in health and fitness? Are they interested in working on their relationship? I don't know. Connect to people who've already raised their hand. That this is important to them right now. Easy. What I would do is spend time here and there to do that. Do that organically. Like, right? While you're cooking your dinner in your kitchen and you've got 5 minutes, have a look at your phone, go through that and add the people who have raised their hands. What I do is I don't add too many people at once because Facebook picks up on that and flags that so that can stop you from adding any more friends. I add about 5 people at a time and then I leave myself a note in my calendar and save the post and leave myself a note who I got up to, right? I put the name in there and some of you may be here because of that, because you've already put your hand up. I've had people reach out to me about my offer within 12 hours of me connecting with them that way. It's not about tricking you into buying from me. It's about, hey, I'm offering this too. I know already that you're interested in that. I'm offering that. If this feels aligned, you're welcome to join my world. This can be an icky sales tactic, but it also can be a very aligned sales tactic, okay? When we connect our soul to our business, we can make it simple, but we can also be in integrity with selling at the same time, right? So be intentional. Also, delete or at least unfollow everyone in your social media who you know would never be a client. Delete, I'm sorry I have to say this, but delete the VAs from the Philippines if you don't think they would be a client, or if you don't think you want to work with them. If you want to work with them, of course, keep them. But be intentional. The algorithm picks up who you connect with, and they specifically send people to your profile who engage and interact. And I've had people interacting and engaging with my posts almost every day, but I knew they would never be a client, so I unfriended them because I don't need the algorithm to send me more people who will never buy from me. This is a business decision. Make business decisions in your business. And I know it can be very tempting to grow your account for the sake of having thousands of people on your profile. But if they are full of people who are not buying, triggering the algorithm to send you more people who will never buy, then you have no asset in these numbers. And it can damage your business in the long run. Spend time to be intentional. Again, when you go on someone else's profiles where people raise their hand for freebies, I go through the extra mile and I go to everyone's profile and look at their bio, look what they're saying, look at the first impression and whether I get a feeling they would be able to afford my services first and foremost, right? If I get a good feeling of, yeah, maybe, possibly, that person could be a client, then I hit connect button or the friend button. If I have a feeling for whatever reason, no, they will never reach out. They will never, just for whatever reason about their profile, or they're a coach in my niche as well, then I don't friend them. Take the extra time in this step. The more your audience is made up of people interested and potential buyers, the less work you have in the long run, right? Next point. I've been doing this, is liberating. It really is liberating. Follow successful coaches in your niche. Absolutely. Follow a handful, and Instagram, that works really well too, where people constantly say, reach out if you want this freebie, comment me if you want more, whatever. These are all your ideal clients. Conversation. So this is the point of connection. How do you get people into your world? Conversation. This is really simple, right? You can see how you can do this while you're cooking dinner. You don't need to be in your office. And I had a beautiful conversation on the Irresistible call this morning where we were saying, like, you are not getting paid for being in a certain place for 8 hours. You're not getting paid to be in your office. You're getting paid for giving value to people. That's what you're getting paid for. There's no rule that says it has to take 8 hours. This rule was invented by employers to keep you thinking that, okay, I need to spend a third of my life in this place in order to have enough money to survive. This rule doesn't exist. It is a construct, a social construct in our mind. Let that go right now. You can run your business while you're cooking your dinner. You can run your business while you're going for a walk and you're sitting down on the bench and enjoying the sun. And if you feel like just quickly going through social media and do a couple of things, do that. Do them every day, but do them to suit your lifestyle. You're not getting paid for sitting in your office. There's no reason for you to do that. Conversation. Let's dive into the conversation piece. Right. Give massive value in your content. Simple as that. How much content you see in your feed is giving actual value? It's a very small percentage. How much content is actually giving value? When you really look at the posts that you're seeing all day long, it is a very small number of content where you can actually derive knowledge from for your business, for your life, for your health, for your relationships, right? Most of it is, you can have everything you want, affirm with me. Does nothing, builds no connection. Tough love moment, inspire your people, but also tell them to work with you. And why you? Inspiring people in itself does not do anything for your people. It doesn't actually do anything for your people. You're holding them in a place of, I'm okay. I don't need to do anything about this right now. Everything that's meant for me is coming towards me. You're teaching people to be complacent. You're teaching people to stay mediocre with these kind of posts. You're cushioning them. So they don't see you as a leader. They don't see you as someone, oh, I better work with this person to get my stuff together and go somewhere. Constantly posting inspirational content is not beneficial for your business. What types of content give value? The content that actually gives you a shift in perspective. A shift in perspective is, I was just talking about that in Soul Fueled Sales. So a shift in perspective would be, everybody online tells you to follow a meal plan when you want to lose weight. If you are the coach who says, hey, you can eat your cake and lose weight at the same time, I know how, right? Or you can eat your cake and lose weight. Just don't eat cake all day, every day. Opens me up to, yeah, you're speaking the truth. Thank you. You're actually making me feel expansive of that I can have everything. You're breaking down the old constructs and rules that I didn't like. You're telling me something I want to hear. So I want to hear more about that. Secondly, give people a tweak that they can implement immediately. A time hack, a business hack, how to get in control of their habits, something about their relationship. One tweak, just keep it really simple, tiny, and specific. Like, what is one time management hack that you have, Francis? Pop that in the comments for us. Just one tiny thing that you can do right now. Or everyone, actually, I invite everyone with your business, share in the comments one hack that you have in your business that you've experienced that relates to what you do, that we can all implement immediately. Whether it's Kim with a toothpaste, what is the, I don't know. I'm thinking of brushing teeth. What is you you'll do that. I'm not even going to get into this right now. One tweak, post one tweak in the comments of something that you can implement right now. Or give people a creative inspiration that goes beyond you can have everything you want, that goes beyond everything is already coming towards you. A creative inspiration would be when you want to lose weight and you're going for a walk anyway, why don't you just increase your pace? I don't know. What's a creative inspiration? Creative inspiration could be something they haven't looked at it from that perspective before. Again, it's a perspective shift. It's a quote that you can create yourself, something that is unique, something that stands out, something that calls people out a little bit, something that maybe even pisses people off a little bit. The coach that's been telling you can't have cake and eat it too was wrong. Oh, what? What? Hang on. I need to know what you're saying and why you're saying that. Call people out a little bit. Get them creative in their thinking. Activate their brains. Right? The online space is a very busy place. But when you look at people's content, it's not actually overrun with competition. There are not many people that provide actual value to their audience. There are not many people that actually activate people to engage and buy. So let people interact in your posts as well. And please, for the love of your business, don't ask people what book they're reading right now. It has no relevance unless you are a book writing coach or how you help people be published authors. It has no relevance to your business. Don't use stuff for engagement for the sake of engagement, because again, you're triggering the algorithm to send people to you who are not your ideal audience. You don't want that. You simply don't want that. Don't ask people what book they're reading. Ask people something in relation to their business. Kim, simple. What toothpaste are you using right now and how do you find it? Simple. Let people make the connection to you and health, you and time management, you and career coaching, you and emotional response, you and whatever you're doing it, but keep everything you post relevant to that topic. The other thing that it does, even with people who might be interested in your offer, when you ask about what book are you reading, how was your day, where did you spend what did you have for dinner kind of stuff, it moves people straight into the friend zone. And when you do that, people are more inclined to go into your DMs and have meaningless conversations with you and then get offended when you share your offer with them. So don't train people to be your friends. Train people to see you as someone who has something to offer. You want to be paid as an authority. So stop the cafeteria talk. Raw and honest input here. The only time I encourage you to share what you do is when you're intentionally using it to share an approachable you. And I'll get into that a little bit later when we build know, like, and trust factor immediately. The only time you want to share your personal life or your family life is when it sends the message of I'm open and approachable, right? I'll get into that in a moment. So the next part about our business strategy is conversion. And as you can imagine, that has a lot to do with posts, but also I DM everyone I connect with. Everyone. I miss here or there, I miss some people, but most people, 90% of people I connect with, I send a direct message to, whether they've sent me a friend request or whether I've connected with them first. Why do I do that? It boosts the algorithm. This person is much, much more likely to see my posts immediately after we connected and then had a direct messenger conversation. Even if they don't respond to it, they are much more likely to see one of my posts. And so in order for them to connect with me and then immediately get shown something that I have written where they could come across what I do, how I help people, it is very valuable to send a direct message. So usually I say something like, hey, thanks for the friend request. And then I actually go through the effort and go to their profile and have a look at what they do and say, hey, I really love your bio. Hey, I really love your cover photo. Where was that taken? Hey, I love your name. That's unusual. Where does that come from? Like, I genuinely connect without the intention of selling something to them. It is, first of all, boosting the algorithm. Secondly, it is a practical reason. When I go back into the conversation later, for whatever reason, I know how we connected. I know whether I added them or whether they've added me. And that is something that can be beneficial later. So also it opens the conversation. And when we get into a conversation, they ask me what I do. I very often refer to the pinned post on my profile. And the pinned post on my profile is about my story. How I went from a total failure to the life of my dreams in 12 months. And it tells the story how I broke up with the father of my child, how I've run this business, how I've become the mom I've always wanted to be, and how I built the relationship, how I found love, because that was my top priority at that time, how I met the man of my dreams, and how my life has completely turned around in 12 months. And then at the end of it, I tell people how that translates into my business, the office that I have available right now. So the person connects with me, we have a little chat. When they ask what I do, hey, have a look at the pinned post on my profile. It tells you my story. And many people then come back into my DMs and say, wow, this is really inspiring. And then ask about my office, right? Get creative here. Use DMs. You don't have to do bro marketing. Not every DM means bro marketing. Do it in alignment with what feels good. Right, let's get into know, like, and trust factor. Set a time for 10-15 minutes. Here we go. We've got time management hacks. Set a time for 10-15 minutes, and for that time, give one micro task your sole focus. Beautiful. In my virtual gym, you don't have to work out, you get to work out. Exactly. I love that, Seneca. I really love that. Sometimes they use engagement posts to invite people to sales. Absolutely. If it feels aligned, do that, right? What I'm sharing here is the way I do it and the way I have simplified it. And if you can think of a better way that would work more easily, more in alignment with you, absolutely do that for sure. And it's worked. I've gotten new customers. Brilliant. Fantastic. What I want to give you here is an inspiration that it can be easy and the way on how to do that, right? Tweak this for yourself. Make it work for you. In your content, again, you want to connect with people, as I said, in direct messenger. You want to have posts where people can engage, where people can comment. I've had a really successful post, and if you've commented on that post, I will get back to you. Give me or tell me what you do, and I'll give you 3 keywords on what your ideal client needs to hear from you. So this post was super successful. I've had people reaching out about working one-on-one with me just from that post. Like, post something where you can give people immediate support. Francis, do you want tell me the biggest project you're working on, and I'll give you one time-saving hack right now. Again, put that post on your profile and allow people to experience how you would work with them, what you would recommend for them to do. Like, give them the value. Give them something to hold on to. Music can trigger wonder and excitement. Oh, absolutely, it does. Right. Connect with people. Let them experience what you do. Have a conversation with them. And converting is really helping people to take action. As I said before, I've signed clients from little postcard posts in other people's group about relaxation, right? but also combining that with a value post, and combining that with a strategy where you move people into action so you don't have to use direct messenger to find out what type of business they have, to find out whether they're interested in business, right? Using general messages and postcard posts leads into more work you have to do in direct messenger. That's not wrong. It is just what it is. Easier is it when you activate people in your content, right? People are not on social media to take action. We have been trained for years now to consume, to be passive, to scroll. Yeah, nice post. Go on. Yeah, oh, that's interesting. Go on. Oh, I didn't know that. Scroll on, right? We're not on social media to start our new life. Like, that's not what we join social media for. We're not on social media to sign up with a coach to lose the weight. We're not on social media unless you're a business owner. You are not on social media to actually act and do something about where you are. So what you want to do to activate people is have your basic offer, like know what you're doing 100%, and post related to your offer in a way that activates people, in a way that makes people move. And what I mean by that is call them out a little bit. There are 3 drivers that move people into action, and I've been studying this all of my life, right? My parents, my dad is someone who talks and talks and talks and has grand ideas and is a very creative, but he hardly ever takes action. It takes him a very long time to actually do something about his ideas. My mom is a person who moves, who does things, who moves forward, who's unstoppable. I don't need to tell you that relationship didn't work out between my parents. But what it has taught me as a child is to see the 2 different approaches to life, really. One person having the ideas and not moving, and one person moving, and sometimes not even stopping, right? And then when I studied educational science and psychology and family therapy, I really got into what moves people, what drives people. Why are some people taking action? Why are some people having huge success stories from having nothing, from like myself 2 years ago, from feeling a total failure as a single mom, from being stressed about money, overwhelmed in my business, feeling like I'm not a good mom, like everything was just going not very well at that time. So much so that when I simplified my business and made my first 10K months, I didn't even realize until about 6 months later. I had no clue I'd made 10K in my business because there were so many things going out and there were things happening. It was just like, I need more money, I need more money, I need more money. So I never really celebrated it. It was just like, oh my God, I had no idea. This is great, fantastic. Okay, soldier on, kind of thing. I never really had that celebration for my first 10K months because I was so consumed by other things, by I'm not there yet, right? So what moves us into action? What gets people to move when you put an offer out? This is genius. There are 3 drivers that activate people into action. There's a rational driver, and you hear that a lot about sales psychology. People need to justify a purchase in their mind. An investment needs to make sense to them. Spending money is closely connected to the rational mind. So your people want to know why it makes sense to spend this money. And this needs to be reflected in your content as being very specific. If you don't promise 10K in 10 weeks or whatever it is, which is a very rational transaction, okay, I invest $5,000 to get $10,000, makes sense. I don't need to justify that any further. If you don't have financial results in your business that you're advertising, then be very, very specific what you're advertising. Not just turn an average relationship into a great relationship. No. Why are these people not talking to each other right now? And how did that translate into their relationship on a Saturday night while they were sitting on the couch next to each other and having no conversation, and the woman felt totally disconnected and alone in the relationship? It's very, very different than your relationship's not going well, let me help you. And then tell them what the other thing would look like, right? Or what you've helped the client to achieve. The second driver for people is the emotional driver. That is where we feel inspired. That is where we feel that expansion is possible. We're speaking to our soul here. For example, you can lose weight and eat your cake too. Oh, this makes me feel expansive. Whenever you remove the boundaries, whenever you make the impossible possible, that is when you activate their emotional drivers. And lastly, and this is something that I have never, ever, ever seen anyone talk about in the online space, and this is why my work is so freaking brilliant, is the primal trigger. You and me, we are run by our primal instincts, whether we want to admit that or not. If we trigger a subconscious response to move, we are much more likely to move than when we just feel inspired or we just feel that expansion, right? So what does that mean to trigger a primal response? Trigger, what everything goes back down to, just to keep this very short, we've just covered that in depth in the Irresistible program, but just to make this very simple, our primal fears all go back to death, to being, as a child, being left alone in the woods to die. Very simply put, our need for connection, our need for physical safety, for warmth, for shelter, everything goes back to, I'm going to be alone and die. So fears are either related to an imminent physical threat, like you're crossing the lights are red and you're crossing the road and there's a car coming and you jump back, and that's a response that you can't control. That's a survival mechanism kicking in. Or we are scared to be abandoned or rejected. That's why people struggle to show up confidently on social media, because we fear that we're being left alone, and that triggers our primal response. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to die alone in the woods. This is a survival mechanism that had to kick in 100,000 years ago, and a little bit when we were a child, right? We don't want our parents to just go, oh, I don't want this child anymore. Let's just not bother, right? But as a society, we have actually evolved enough that that is very unlikely to happen. But our primal response still works that way. So how do you trigger that primal response? By the way, we cover that in depth in my content course, Soul Fueled Sales. I'm not going to make a secret of it. You need to join that. It's as simple as that. But just to give you something to hold on to right now. For example, if as a child someone never felt seen, never felt heard, never felt understood, if you put something in your content like, let's get you and your business noticed, it speaks to something deeper than just, yeah, okay, I want business success. It speaks to, hang on, I've never felt noticed. I've never felt people paid attention to me. Yes, it's time. I need to work with this coach. It depends on what the triggers are, the primal triggers are for your people. But the chances are, if you trust yourself and lean into that and use those primal activators, as I call them, people are much more likely to take action and actually do something about the thing they say they want to change, right? For a relationship coach, there could be something like, you deserve to feel seen by your partner. Yes, that speaks straight to my heart. It speaks to my heart. I deserve to feel seen. Yes, I've never felt seen properly. Yes, it's time I had this in my life. And then you can coach them through self-love and all the things that they need to heal that wound, right? As a coach, you have great intentions, but it's about making them move. As a weight loss coach, I help you feel confident to draw attention. Yes, it's time I got some attention. I've been hiding all my life, right? Activate that rebel in them, that person who's gone like, yes, it's time for me. It's my turn, right? So you're incredible. Oh, Seneca, thank you. I want you to know this, because so many people online are learning how to have content that inspires people and content that speaks to the people directly, and that's all great. But if you don't make people move, they won't. It's one thing who have an audience who's interested in what you do, but it's a totally different ball game to actually overcome that moment of where they move and go, yes, I need to work on this. And whether it's you or not, their own discernment will decide that. That's not up to you, but it is up to you. It is your responsibility as a business owner to overcome this barrier of making them move. Oh, Luana, take a deep breath through nose. Oh, beautiful. I love that. How to immediately ground yourself, Luana. Beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. Awesome. So as I said, we go deeper into the drivers plus the exact elements of a post structure that includes everything your next aligned client needs to know, so they don't keep scrolling with question marks in their head and get distracted then by the next post, right? You want to include their rational drivers, their emotional response, and their primal triggers in the same post, so that there's no questions. If you only activate the primal response, they'll be like, yeah, I need to do something about that, do something about that. But then they see your price and they're like, oh, I can't justify that price. No, I can't justify investing in that right now. So it's important that you use those triggers in combination. If you're interested in Soul Fueled Sales, it is now officially open. I've had 3 ladies join before I even finished the edits, and I've had some great testimonials already. We're going through magnetic messaging. We're going through the exact post elements and the exact post structure. And I'm sharing some really impactful tools to create your offers based on your content based on your offers, right? And we cover the drivers, how to skillfully integrate them into your posts and into your message. And on top of that, you get 5 days of Voxer access with me that you can start anytime you're ready, and you can get personalized feedback from me. So that's about the drivers. How to know what to post is something I want to cover very quickly. How to know what to post? Have a look online. What is the person in your industry that's making 6 or 7 figures right now? What are they talking about? And look at it. How would you word that differently? What would your response be to someone who's posting online, who would be an ideal client, who complains about the very thing that you could help them with, rather than commenting underneath and saying, hey, if you do this, that, and the other, I can help you. Write out the response, delete the comment. That's not your job. Your job is to lead your people. Delete the comment, turn it into a post, and put it up in your group or on your profile, where you go like, hey, if you feel like, let's go back to the weight loss coaching. That's so easy for me. Someone posts online, oh my gosh, I've tried everything and I can't lose weight. Rather than commenting, hey, there is a way, would you be interested? Where immediately they smell the pitch and they go, walls up. Respond to it, open up your Word document or Google Drive folder and respond to it. It's like, hey, many people think they've tried everything to lose weight, but here's actually one thing that I guarantee you haven't considered yet. And then write out your post, include the 3 drivers, and let your people come to you. That is attraction marketing. Let your people come to you. Allow your people to select you, to choose you, rather than you going out and chasing them with a pitch. And give them an experience, as I said earlier. Give them an experience. Give them an experience of what it's like. There's one more thing I want to point out. An experience of what it's like to working with you. What it's like to working with you is not just you telling them about your offer. It's you making them feel the thing that you tell them you can achieve. Let's say you're a relationship coach, and I bet you have seen this type of post before. You have to love yourself in order to find love or in order to find a partner. You have to love yourself first in order to find a partner. How does that post make you feel? It's like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, how do I get there? It actually puts you in a passive place of, oh my gosh, this is never going to work, because I'm not thinking about self-love. I want to be loved by someone else. You're not telling me what I want to hear. You're not telling me where I want to go. So don't just talk about love and what is required and what is involved, but make people feel loved in your post. It's like, hey, have you actually noticed your pretty smile in the mirror this morning? Trust that a stranger today will notice that too. Oh, you're making me feel really nice and warm about myself right now. So you are actually making them feel loved as a love coach, rather than telling them what's wrong with them, why they're not being loved. Very different energy. Very different energy that people connect to you. People remember how you made them feel, not necessarily what you say. So if you make them feel like there's something wrong and they should be working with you, you're more likely to attract people who reach out from a place of lack and from a place of needing to be saved. That is what's making coaches work very hard, and that's what's burning out coaches. That's why people resent their work, because they attract, not because they're not in the right workplace, not because they've chosen the wrong career path, but because they're attracting people who are actually not lighting them up in their work. This is an easy fix. Give people an experience of what you want them to feel, right? Do you have questions? I'm just gonna take a break. I've talked so much now. One more thing, the know, like, and trust factor. I was going to talk about that. How to immediately build know, like, and trust with your people, so you don't have to nurture them for 6 months. You don't have to DM them all the time and ask them about their day. You don't have to comment on all their stuff. Ew. Who wants to spend their best years on social media commenting on irrelevant stuff? Please don't play that game. Know, like, and trust. How that is built immediately, right now, right this moment. Your profile. Your profile is the place where your person who connects with you goes to first. Especially when you use my hack, write down your stories and your story and your offers in your pinned post, and then everyone you connect with in direct messenger send to that pinned post, right? So you can be sure they will go on your profile. Most people will. And trigger the algorithm of, oh, this profile is interesting. I'm going to show more posts to more people. And secondly, they will not just see the pinned post in your profile. They will see your cover photo, they will see your profile photo, and they will see your bio and the pinned post, of course. And usually people scroll down the first 3 or 4 posts. So as a former coach of mine used to say, who was teaching groups, she used to say, this is your prime real estate. This is your prime real estate. This is what everyone sees immediately when they connect with you. So use that. Your prime real estate should definitely contain what you do somewhere, whether you have a beautiful visual in your cover pic, whether you put it in your bio, whether you put it in your pinned post. What do you do? People want to get to know what you do. Second, people want to like you. And liking you is not about your hobbies. Liking you is actually about, what do you stand for? What is your vision? People want to get a feeling of where you're going. What is your direction? What is important to you? Right? What is the bigger thing that we're looking at here? And you can do a bold statement in your bio to do that, or even in your cover photo. Cover photo is a great place, can be used for so many things. And then the trust factor is, what kind of person are you? Post a photo of your family in your cover pic. I would say your profile photo, let it just be you in your profile photo, but your cover pic could be, or the picture of your pinned post could be you and your family, where you're laughing, where you're having fun, where you're enjoying life. And the trust factor is about people finding you approachable, seeing your openness, your fun, lighthearted, and make it easy to connect with you. Same in the first 3 or 4 posts on your profile. Regularly post something that tells people what you do, even if it's just a postcard post of, hey, who out here is losing weight right now, or who is here is on a fitness journey right now. That's better. Who here is on a fitness journey right now? And you can call out your people and at the same time tell your people what you do, right? Like factor, again, what do you stand for? I believe that every woman should be confident in her body, deserves to be confident in her body. Something like that. Easy peasy. Can be a post, can be a postcard post, so people know immediately what it is that makes them feel drawn to you. And then the trust factor, again, I always post photos with my son, with my 2-year-old, when we go on adventures, when we go out. And these are the things that I like posting anyway. If I did not have a business online, I would be posting about my son and about us going to the beach, us going to the park, us meeting friends, us going on adventures. Like, I would be posting that anyway. But by posting that, people trust me. People trust that I'm an approachable, open, likable person. So these 3 things you want to cover immediately on your prime real estate in your profile so that you don't need to talk people into working with you. If I can see what you do, what you stand for, and that you're an open, approachable, likable person, I don't have any hesitations about working with you, right? I feel connected to you already. Implement those and notice over time, like everything I'm telling you today is an investment. Doing these little tweaks, integrating the know, like, and trust factor, ticking those off in your profile is something you can do within a day. Tailor your cover photo, write the post, but it builds over time. People get to know you over time, and it builds and it amplifies that energy, so you don't have to convince people. No, yeah, I do that. Yeah, do you do that, Kim? I know. You and Bunny, you're always out there. Everybody knows your lifestyle and what you stand for and how you enjoy life, and it's really important. And that's why you have great engagement. That's why people connect with you over and over and over again. And that's why you don't have a problem to get new people into your world and get people to trust you, right? Easy peasy. All right, no questions right now. Let me know if something comes up for you. What stood out for you from today? What is one thing you are going to implement right away from today? Like, are you connecting to experts in your field? Are you going to join some groups? Are you going to post about a valuable tip that you've just put in the comments? Are you giving value? It's all awesome. Oh, thanks, lovely. So happy to hear. What stood out for you, and what is the first thing you're going to implement? Love the group hack, adding people. Great, fantastic. I'm so happy, so pleased. So how to turn that into a 2-hour day? As I said, I go for a walk, I add some people. The most time that I spend in my office is actually not even content creation, because I do that on the go as well. As I said earlier, you don't need, it's not required that you're in your office to make money. Like, that's not the deal. The deal is to give value, and you can give value anywhere, anytime. While I'm playing with my son, I can get an idea about a content hack or a content idea. And then I take some notes, or I take a quick voice note and I'll write that down later. So when I'm in my office, the creative process very often is already finished. I'm having voice notes, I'm having written notes on my phone, and I just need to put it together and make sure I integrate the 3 drivers that make people move. Like, I just need to make sure I follow my post structure and go into, have I covered everything that my person needs to know from me, right? This is so helpful. You called me out a few times on mistakes I'm making. Oh, the 8-hour day. Yes. I'm so glad, Seneca, you found it helpful. This is why I'm here. This is why I wanted to share that with you. And me calling you out is me helping you run a profitable business. Like, that's what I wish for you. I wish for you to be in a place of, oh gosh, I've been doing this. Oh no. Like, I want you to be aware of this. I want you to be aware of where you can improve to move people, not just see you as a nice person who they can come to when they want free advice. No. Those times are over. You've got a life to live. You've got a mission to fulfill. The more you give stuff away for free, and this is one little thing, I feel lighter. Oh, this makes me so happy. And one more thing that I want to add, like, you've got places to go, you've got places to be. And if you spend time communicating for free with people who are never going to buy, your business will suffer in the long run. Every time I've given stuff away for free, and I don't mean these events, right? Not these events, but every time I've given away one-on-one coaching for free, every time I've given away coaching for free, every time I've given a lot of value for free, it has slowed down my business. It has slowed down my business because people who don't invest are not invested, and that is just a simple truth. But it is your job to trigger them into action. It is your job to have them invested. That is your job, and that is your job to take responsibility for that and to take care of that. So if you want to know more about content creation, if you want a simple plan that you can follow, join Soul Fueled Sales. It's all about making, posting and communicating with your people feel aligned and in integrity. It's $65, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned that yet. It's $65. It's a steal. It's crazy. And that is us for today. If you feel at any point in this, as you're working on this, that your offer comes up, where you're not grounded, where you're not confident, where you feel like, actually, it's my messaging, I'm not really drilled down on what I help people with, I don't really have that moment that I can share to speak to people's rational brain, right? I don't have that, what's the before and after, in the way that people put themselves into the shoes of my client. You don't have that. You need to refine your messaging. The cash chapter is starting next month, and that is a 10-week mastermind where we go through everything. Like, that's offer, messaging, content, energetics, everything is in there. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me directly. Otherwise, all my offers are in the pinned post on my profile, as you know. Have fun in your business. Enjoy your business. Allow yourself to break the social rules of having to be in your office all day. You've got a life to live. You've got a family to look after. You've got a puppy dog to look after. You've got things to do. You've got to travel. You've got to create. While you're ticking off, your creator brain is not active, and I want you to create to make an impact in this world. So do yourself a favor and really simplify the things that you need to tick off in a day, right down to where everything you do is something that matters. Amazing as always. Yay! Changing to the group where I'm more aligned, nothing to do with my niche. Yes, I love it. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so excited that you've got so much value from this masterclass. I'm really happy that I've got to give you some hacks, some tips, some tricks to simplify your social media business and actually speak to people who want to invest with you. Have fun implementing. If you need support with this, reach out to me directly. If you want to know my story or what I do, have a look at the pinned post on my profile. Much love from my heart to yours, and we will talk in one or the other spaces very soon. Bye for now.